The Undertaker bell. JJ Abrams is murdering Superman along with some activist dude with the last name of Coates. So, the destroyer of franchises, JJ Abrams, this is according to Bounding Into Comics. Follow them on Twitter, go to their website. They're great. They're not woke. They actually report the comic news. Actually, all like superhero related news. Let me read this to you. Alleged leaks reveal, I'm going to mess this up, Ta-Nehisi Coates' Superman project to use Superman's alien heritage as a parallel to racism. They're also going to race swap Lois Lane. Death to all white people. A number of alleged leaks for the Coates written and JJ Abrams produced Superman film claim the movie will use Superman's alien heritage as a parallel to racism. These alleged leaks were recently shared to Twitter by user GeoPanda24. I can't really see, but it looks like she has blue hair. Could be an avatar, no clue. First, she noted, is a classic quote here, while the project was originally intended to be a period piece, the final draft submitted by Coates recently is not a period piece. It's not going to be, because it's woke. It's going to be garbage. They continue. It's not about black Superman being a victim of racism. Rather, it uses Superman's alien heritage as a parallel to racism. I have no idea how you're going to use that. We're trying to make it a modern film. We want it to be modern. God. They are, however, going through with colorblind casting. No, they're not. No, they aren't. They're not going through with colorblind casting. I got news for you. They are not. Moving to Superman's abilities, and this is where they absolutely destroy Superman. Heavily nerfed is what this user says. He's taken back to his golden age roots. He can't fly, but he can leap tall buildings in a single bound. He also doesn't have heat vision, frost breath, or X-ray vision. He's also described as moving at Mach 7. That's not Superman, you morons. Next, they revealed they plan to race swap Lois Lane and Perry White. They already race swapped Perry White to Morpheus. They do have descriptions of the characters in the script, which gives away their races. Lois Lane is written with Asian actress in mind. Perry White is written as a black man, and Jimmy Olsen is described as a freckle redhead. You want to know why they didn't race bend him, you stupid SJW woke piece of garbage leftist? Because he's a soy boy. He's a cuck. He's a beta. They gotta have that white soy boy beta. Yes, sir, Mr. White. Superman, I love you. It's ridiculous. Superman is not black. He's not. He's not. You can make a black man in a Superman costume, but he's not black. Not. Ripa, young Ripa, if you don't know who that is, Derek July said it best. I mean, this is the biggest form of racism you can do, is to put a black man as a white character and say you are not valid unless you are an established white character. Agreed. Oh, here we go. As for the film's main antagonist, they reveal it as the Ultra Humanite. It's currently utilizing the Golden Age version of the Ultra Humanite. At no point in the story does he use the albino gorilla body. Yeah, because he's white. That would be a white gorilla. No. So, it's supposed to be awards bait. Does this shock anybody with JJ Abrams? The script is rather long, clocking in at 165 pages. This may be due to the fact that the film is being written as an awards contender rather than a regular superhero film. They saw what happened with Black Panther, and they sat over there and they're like, oh my God, I can't wait. Give me Superman. Give me Superman. We'll cast a whole bunch of black people. We'll put a bunch of dramatic music in it. It'll be about changing the world. This movie is going to be garbage. It's going to be about It's going to be about making all the white people see that racism is bad. It's going to be about all of the, poor, downtrodden rising to the top, just like Black Panther. This time we're on top. I don't have a problem if you're going to make something about racism. But Superman is not the vehicle to do it. You learned nothing from the comics, and gay Superman, that abomination, which is not even in the top 1 billion anymore. And now you're going to make a black Superman that nobody wants. Nobody. Except JJ Abrams. Because he wants to poke out his little chest and go, you see what I did? I made a black Superman. Finally, the leaker detailed. The film is a love letter to Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster's original comics. It also has a dedication to them. Pa Kent's character is based off Jerry Siegel. It actually has a dedication to a lot of writers, such as Jack Kirby, who serves as the inspiration for Dan Turpin. On one hand, this is from Bounding Into Comics, claims they might not race swap Superman and are instead going through colorblind casting. However, 2 tweets later, and they're claiming they're race swapping Lois Lane and Perry White. So they point out it's a contradiction. Bounding Into Comics is a lot better at this than I am. But it's looking for a black director and a black actor. So JJ Abrams will take the producer credit. Doesn't matter who directs it. But Superman is not black. It's not about racism. It's not. This is the biggest virtue signal for DC in a long time. Asian Lois Lane, black Superman, black Perry White, soy boy cuck beta, freckled redhead. But I would imagine that's only to appease Superman fans. Well, I recognize that character. You know what, JJ? Go to hell, man. You have ruined everything. Anything you've touched, Star Wars, Star Trek, you're going to destroy Superman. You are incapable of doing anything worth a crap. You did Super 8, which was a Steven Spielberg copy, but I gave it to you. Force Awakens, I gave to you. I didn't know what you were doing. No one knew what you were doing. We didn't know you were going full woke and you were going to do this virtue signal crap. You are not a good director. Adequate. Maybe. But this is terrible. And I will hate you for it. I grew up loving Superman. Not because he's white, because what he stood for, because he was that guy, that white redneck from Kansas or whatever. Could have been a black gangster from the hood or a samurai. Superman is who he is because he was well written, well thought out. Doesn't matter what he started as, but the character has been white. I know it's kind of a contradiction, but the character has been white all the way up until now. There's no reason to change it unless you want to virtue signal, unless you have no original ideas in your head, just like all the leftist hack activists who see this and they're like, well, what do you want to do? What are you going to do? Well, we're going to race swap it. We're going to put more diversity. But what's the story about? We're going to do diversity and we're going to do inclusion and representation. We're going to do all of it. But what's the story about? We're going to do race. We're going to do gender. We're going to do sexuality. This is all they do. And reading this, if it is true, this is terrible. And like I always say, I know I'm rambling, but this is terrible. But this from Bounding Into Comics, and they're really good. Please like, subscribe, and share, and help me stop this abomination. Love you guys.